The assassination of Charlie Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, has been called the death of free speech by comedian Jay Leno, a powerful statement that underscores the chilling implications of this violent act. But here's where it's controversial. Leno doesn't just condemn the shooting. He frames it as a tragic symbol of how polarized and intolerant public discourse has become. During an interview on the Tim Conway Jr. show this past Wednesday, Leno expressed his deep dismay over the assassination, which occurred while Kirk was speaking at a campus event at Utah Valley University. "This is not just some random act of violence," Leno explained. "It's the death of free speech. To be so uninformed or unwilling to engage in a verbal exchange and instead resort to gunfire to win an argument is beyond disturbing." Leno reminisced about a time when lively debates on campuses were common and intellectually stimulating. He cited the example of the Students for a Democratic Society, SDS, engaging in spirited discussions, and famously recalled the legendary debate between James Baldwin and William F. Buckley at Oxford University, calling it fascinating. These examples highlight a period when opposing views met in dialogue rather than violence, contributing to intellectual growth and mutual understanding. What makes Leno's remarks even more striking is his admission that he didn't always agree with Kirk's viewpoints, but still valued the conversation. "I enjoyed listening to someone I disagreed with," Leno said. "You learn from that. You get to say, 'Oh, I didn't know that,' and maybe shift your perspective. But now, it seems if you disagree with someone, the response could be deadly, and especially on college campuses. That's where these discussions should flourish, not end in gunfire." Leno also drew a poignant parallel to the Kent State shootings in 1970, when the Ohio National Guard tragically killed 4 students during a Vietnam War protest, reflecting on the destructive consequences of violence in settings meant for education and debate. Tim Conway, the show's host, compared watching a heated debate to a boxing match, something that should be exciting and engaging for all sides. Suggesting entertainment and challenge can coexist meaningfully, Leno agreed, noting that encountering viewpoints like Kirk's can either reinforce one's beliefs or challenge them, but most importantly, it stimulates thought. "At least you're thinking," he emphasized. This reflection is key. Leno champions the idea that exposing yourself to different opinions is a catalyst for learning and growth. The shooting not only robbed the nation of a person, but symbolically, it represents an attack on the very foundation of open discourse, the ability to exchange ideas freely without fear. Authorities have identified the suspect as 22-year-old Tyler Robinson from Utah, who was arrested after his father alerted police. Robinson now faces aggravated murder charges. In a heartfelt live stream from Kirk's office, his widow, Erica Kirk, vowed that her late husband's message of faith, patriotism, and moral conviction would continue undeterred. She encouraged young people everywhere to either join or start Turning Point USA chapters, emphasizing that Kirk's mission would grow stronger, bolder, louder, and greater than ever. This tragic event raises important questions for all of us. When did listening to opposing views become so difficult that violence seems like an option? Could we, as a society, be moving toward a dangerous point where discussions are shut down by aggression rather than dialogue? And how do we restore an environment, especially on campuses, where free speech and respectful debate are truly protected and encouraged? Jay Leno's powerful statement challenges us to think deeply about these issues. Do you agree that this tragic shooting represents the death of free speech? Or is there a more complex story behind the breakdown of civil discourse? Join the conversation and share your thoughts.